What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are back with another video. This video is under the Fair Use Act, and the Fair Use Act is in the description box of the video as well as the About Me section of the platform. The Fair Use Act is used to educate you guys on what we are talking about on this particular platform. Please keep in mind that this video, all my videos are allegedly as well as educational purposes only. So Claressa is in her feelings because she feel like they should be sharing the fact that she's nominated for the BET Boxing Award. And here's the thing. People are not caring about your boxing like that no more. Because you stepped out of the ring and you stepped into going to events and putting hands on people. You stepped into making more of a mockery about what you and Papoose got going on. You stepped into the fact that all these receipts out here about how you was sending people after people and doing the most. Why would people want to share and get the word out about anything else that has to do with you? Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that just don't have no proof about their own self and clearly, until it's day door, it's funny or they think it's okay. Now, Remy, people are still stuck on the fact that her and Easy the Block had a situation. Nobody's sure if they together now. But here's the thing. She's not flaunting it all over the place, right? It wasn't until Papoose put his hands on him or whatever. And I'm not saying he wanted to promote violence, but he did what he felt that he needed to do for his wife. Talking about not because it's my wife, because he shook my hand. And what? That is so whack. I don't even believe that's the reason. You did it for both reasons, but you, want to make it like she wasn't worth fighting for. Like, go ahead, Papoose. The other thing is this. I would want to know why would he have any clothes still over there with Remy? Allegedly, according to the drop. Come and get your clothes or whatever going on. Now, he clearly stated on the Vlad interview that Claressa had her own residences, and he said he had several residences, and they certainly don't live together. So why would your things, if you got all these residents, why is your stuff still at her house allegedly? Claressa, if that don't tell you something, I don't know what to tell you. But let me school you real quick. Cause you be over here in the comment section, and I feel like you're gonna hear this video. And so this is not gonna be a bash you video. This is gonna be a testimonial video. And I'm gonna share one of my testimonies with you. Some years ago, I was in a situation. I don't know what it was. Situation, nothing, whatever. Wasn't with a married. Well, I don't know. I was hearing some things after or whatever. Anyway, so things, whatever. I got myself together. I relocated, whatever. Somehow we, linked back up on social media, whatever. And it's like me. Listen. I know I'm not doing what I used to do. I know that we're not gonna have that kind of thing no more. I know that you're no longer gonna play me for a fool in that manner, right? But it's cool to say what's up, here and there. And so they had the audacity to ask me, could they come? They need this, that. I got receipts. They need 2 weeks, whatever. And I know people, if they come across this, they probably gonna say, oh, she's still bitter. Why would I be bitter? I've never went short without nothing since that situation. I never was a dollar short. In fact, I've always had extra because I knew what was best for me and I knew my worth, and that wasn't it. Your blessings ain't meant to share with everybody, right? And so when I said no, but I think the real reason is they call themselves going deaf because they know that I had blessed somebody close to them in a situation because they didn't want to give me the information to bless the person because they, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm saying all this to say that she clearly ain't wanting nothing to do with him. But why is his stuff still over there? And with my situation, I'm saying to you this. Like the person all of a sudden stopped speaking and this and that or whatever. Okay, it's cool. I was glad. I was kind of honored about it because it was like, okay, they get it. They seeing that I know my worth. They seeing that I'm not the fool I used to be. Right? They see that they can no longer take advantage of me. So now they don't want nothing to say to me. And I said, well, it's cool. You know what I mean? But you got to get to the point in life where you love yourself to the point that you don't care. They ain't got to talk to you. They ain't got to say nothing. Just know that you stood on who you are, that you are solid in who you are with loving yourself. Like, just don't just speak it, like live it. And it's okay. And it ain't about moving on to the next and pissing. Nope. Nope. Sometimes you need to take time to heal for yourself. It ain't about putting on a show to show somebody you could get somebody else. Because 9 times out of 10, they only with that somebody else because they could use that somebody else the same way they used you. They may throw in a few dollars here and there to make it look like something. Well, if they don't got nowhere to go and they need somewhere to live, that's different. They'll probably do it all. They tired of being outside. But when it comes to your situation, I don't care if he had to take his clothes and put them behind the garbage dumpster in the back of the restaurant when they close at night and go back and get them in the morning on everything. There's no way at this point he's saying that he love you. You all over the world spending your money allegedly, and he still got clothes in that woman's house. Sound like a cock blocker to me. I'm just saying. Yeah, and so when she said I want death on to be and all that, and I was like, wow, listen. Sometimes it is a blessing. Like she been trying to like not even keep the light on you, like, but you keep doing little things, which is big things because she's the wife. So you want to do all these things to try to piss her off and trigger her and ha 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 ha. He over here. He chose me. He didn't choose you because you flew that man out without his wife to a boxing event with hopes allegedly that it was going to be just what it is today. In my opinion. But you feel good when you stand on your word. No matter. It don't matter who talking, who doing the most. What? Just know that you know who you are. And I don't see that with you. And he knows that. And that's why he playing in your face. I could see her telling him you better pick somebody else dumb to play with. Yeah. I could see her saying it. If they not together, how would he be sleeping that close to where she can see the phone and he sleep on the phone if he wasn't, and you on the phone begging and doing the most? And even after all of that, he still got clothes over there? And you mad why? I think he's the enemy, not her. She ain't your enemy because she been telling him get his clothes. Those clothes been packed since 2 years in the garage in the garbage bag. You'll feel a lot better when you understand your worth. You will feel a lot better. Yeah, you may feel like you may take a loss because, oh, it's Papoose, it's this, it's that. But I bet you could see your money because it ain't going 2 ways, right? Or 3 ways, the gambling casino allegedly. But you can't get mad at people for not celebrating you when you out here celebrating and embarrassing his wife. You want to make it about what she did first, who did this first. All the people in the comment section, well, Remy did this first, and Remy did whatever happened. The fact that you open your mouth and say y'all been dealing 2 years and he's still married and his stuff still at her house. I wonder what people gonna say about that part. Why is his stuff still there? He said he got multiple residences. That's what he said on Vlad. See how y'all gonna clean that up? Because he was probably hoping he could double back. And guess what? Now that he realized that she ain't buying what he's selling, he gonna sell it to you. And you buying it. Let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to find time to sit with yourself. Sit with yourself and the God you said you know. And he will fill all of those places that you think you desperately need until the right person comes. Like I said, I thought it was so funny. And I'm like, he really ain't talking to me because he can't come to my house. Like, what? You really in your feelings because I said, no, you can't use me one last time. I didn't run out and grab another dude when that was over. I didn't do whatever that was whenever. Like, I don't even know how many years I ain't been in nobody face touched or nothing. And I feel good about it. You know what? Because it's a husband God had for me. It ain't laying up 5 or 6 years until somebody figure out if they really love you. And I would never, not saying nothing against it because people, religion is their religion and they worship who they worship. But I would never date anybody outside of the blood of Jesus. You don't even know that you shouldn't have asked for a kiss while wearing red lipstick and he against, do he eat pork? I don't know. I'm just saying. Do you even know anything about this man and his religion? While you over there hollering what you, Jesus this, Jesus that. And that's one of the things now where I found is being teached a little bit more the whole equally yoked thing because that is important. And you say y'all equally yoked. That's what Jesus told you. Anyway, I ain't gonna go into all that. I'm just gonna say this: the man clothes is still over there allegedly. She told him to go find somebody dumb to play with. He picked you. You want to know why they not sharing the award situation? Because you put up the picture of y'all enjoying vacation. So they thought that's what you wanted to brag about because that's what you always bragging about. You can't tell people which part to put up. That don't work like that. So you went on vacation with Pap. You enjoyed your vacation. You listen. Why didn't you ask them to put up the fact that people are trying to boycott and put up petitions and they've been speaking and emailing and why you didn't put that part out? Why didn't you put something out saying, I need you guys' help because nobody's gonna help because a lot of people just don't feel like you are an example to these young girls that are coming up that are needing to know their worth, needing to understand that you are entitled to have your own. You are supposed to have your own. Like you don't bring that kind of example. So anyway, that's my take on thing. I think Claressa needs to tap out. For the most part, you need to tell him to go get his stuff. I'm not gonna never say y'all should live together because he's married. But why is his stuff there? Why is he making that a problem when he has all these residences and you have all these residents? Between all y'all residences, it's not enough space to put his stuff. I mean, just make it make sense. Anyway, y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I don't know if I'll be back or not, but listen, food for thought. Consider it a blessing when God removed things that meant you no good and feel no kind of way about it. Still pray for people. That doesn't mean you have to let them cross your paths and hurt you again. That doesn't mean that you have to go broke trying to help them figure out their life that they messed up. That doesn't mean you have to walk around with a hard heart or none of that. Because you know you did your best and they fumbled it. That's it. That's all and that's it. That's my life. You don't have to be number two to nobody. It ain't about, oh, well, it's just a friend. Just somebody to have around. What? I don't know. I can go on and on. All I can say is a lot of lessons I learned early in life, and the ones that I've learned, it's been close to 20 years since I ever, no, well, let's see, 10. I'm going to say close to 10. Since I ever allowed myself to be in a vulnerable situation, to allow anybody to play, probably more than 10. Because once you wake up, you wake up. That's it. And don't worry about, oh, I might be missing my blessing because now, no. Because if it's for you, he's going to see that it's for you. But we got to get out of this space of because we see all this stuff going on and that, you need to live this desperate life or needed to be attached or needed to be clinged to or needed to be known for being a part of. I've always, all that's gone, who are you by yourself? That's it. Anyway, hit the like button, y'all. Subscribe to the channel. Love on those that love on you and pray for the world. Peace.